Day D. When you're on the app and you see the A, the B, the C, and you see a little day D kind of underneath that, we talk about this idea of like 2 to 4 sessions a week, right? We have our 3 baselines, and then we have kind of conditioning in and outside the studio, or we have extra credit, or we have something that's like an extension of the main program, okay? So day D is going to be something that you can do in or out of the studio, and it's going to rotate. So the focus of this next program, day D, we're going to keep things simple, and it's going to be the same workout. It's going to be your 4th potential workout, or your optional 2nd, or your optional 3rd. It's going to be something you can do during any session if you need to come 2 days in a row, or if you want to come in a 3rd or 4th day, or you need to come in just like Wednesday, Thursday, because your week's kind of wild, right? So that we hit those minimums of 2 to 4, which is our recommended dosage. So the session is going to be fairly simple. It's going to be more of a sustainable, kind of like if I were to go out for a jog and I were to do a steady state heart health cardio, we're just going to add a little bit of variation so that it doesn't feel so stagnant. So what you're going to be using is one of the 2 ski ergs, and you're going to be grabbing the Trek ears, feet underneath the hips, hands out ahead of me, pull, extend, hinge, stand, pull, extend, hinge, stand. And I'm just going to watch the timer, and I'm going to go for 5 minutes. As soon as that 5 minutes up, I'm going to walk over. I'm going to grab one of the prowlers and the sleds, whatever you want to call them. They can be empty. They can be with nothing. This isn't about like how fast or how heavy you can go. This is just like a good, sustainable walk. And so it's basically a loaded walk. You're going to do that for 5 minutes. And what you're going to do is you're going to go back and forth between those 2 things. If you really wanted to, you could add a bike in for 5 minutes. And the idea is that I want to stay as close to or under basically this yellow zone, this zone 4, that ability where I have to take in a big inhale through my mouth. So I want to avoid that. There's no real specific heart rate number. It's just I want to stay underneath that moment. So basically I want to be able to constantly move for at least 30 minutes, up to 50 to 60 minutes of this 5, 5, 5, 5, 5. And I don't want to push so hard that I have to rest inside my 5 minutes. And the other option for any option is obviously to do our step-ups. So we're obviously pretty big about this step-up protocols. We've seen really amazing results from conditioning and ability to lower resting heart rate and increase HRV and increase the ability to go climb things. So a step-up is going to be finding a box that's roughly mid-shin height, and then stepping up at a nice, good 19 steps per minute cadence. You can add weight however you want to if you feel like you need to. Basically, with that workout, I want to stay as close to 70% heart rate the entire time. So I want to adjust my pace, my weight, or my height of my step just to hold 70%, and that's talking about the MyZone. There's a ton of MyZones that you can use for one session if you want to, or you can buy one for $60 and have one that's individualized for you. And obviously, we use them all the time. We think they're great tools. That's the 2 workouts that you can do for day D. That day D option is open for 6 days out of the week, and you can pick any day to do that workout. It is just as beneficial as the main program, so don't feel like it's I don't know how to word it. Maybe something it's not it's not as effective since it's not the main program, right? Because any session is a good session as long as we're making our sessions, as long as we're hitting those 2 to 4, which is the main goal. And then obviously, if you're coming in 3 days a week or 2 days a week in session, and you go outside the studio to do something, either you go for half-hour run, or you go do some climbing, or you go do some sport, you get 1 extra session a week to check in outside the studio, if it's some sort of something that's a moderate intensity, so that at the end of the month, we can hit that sweet spot of 18 to 16 sessions a month. And that's that double, treble, committed club, Sweet 16 kind of window that you'll see when we post on the first of the month. And that's how you can get there.